Hello, Sean Thompson for Intro to CJ, and this is a little bit about what life is like in prisons and some of the factors that go along with the prison system. And as always, we just have our lovely professor here, Daniel Jason Painage, looking like a beaut once again. Now, we're first going to talk about some of the history of the prisons in the United States. So, I thought this was pretty interesting here. Near the end of the 18th century, the concept of imprisonment as punishment for crime reached its fullest expression in the United States. Obviously, the United States was a young nation, and they were first developing the concepts of from other countries for early prison systems, early reformers in the prison system. As we see up here, Howard, an early prison reformer, mentions prisons housing criminal offenders in Hamburg, Germany, Italy. We have other things as well. So we first start to see the rise of prisons, and we'll get right into how the prisons were kept. I also thought this was pretty interesting. During the different eras here and the different years, you see the different focuses and the philosophies that they were. So as you see, for a long time, rehabilitation was kind of a main focus throughout majority of the years, and right around the 80s when the war on drugs and the Reagan era came into incapacitation, you don't even see rehabilitation or restoration anymore. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But let's talk about how prisons are, how they are whole, how they work. I thought this was pretty interesting. The United States of America is home to 25% of the world's prisons population. That's a lot. You see this concept of industrial prisons and the complex of how they are and how it works and free labor and a lot of different things. But I also thought it was interesting how the prisoners are kept and maintained through the prison lives and how they go through the different phases and different aspects of parole, probation, what it is like to have them live there. So obviously you don't have the best kind of food. You don't have five-star restaurants here, but definitely you see the not the best lunch or dinner or whatever meal it is from the prison system. Obviously, you have like these this basic food groups here. You got your dessert, you got your rice and kind of beef, I guess. And you also have articles and reports of how inmates have been assaulted. It's as it says up here. 1/5 of inmates say they've been assaulted by another prisoner or a guard. This happens a lot in the prison system, and it definitely has a lot of unfortunate values to it. So you have physical assaults up here. 21% 21% say that they've been assaulted by prison staff, and you also have sexual assaults obviously go down, and that's a huge stereotype, but it actually happens. So this is pretty unfortunate. 66% of incidents of sexual misconduct by prison staff involve sexual relationships with inmates who appeared to be willing, according to authorities. So these are all different stats I thought that were pretty interesting.